I'm Amanda Kitten, and I've been coming to CrossFit Lobo since July of 2015. I was a college athlete, and then after college was over, I started pharmacy school, and I was like sort of active. I did a really good job sometimes of being fit and living a healthy lifestyle. But as pharmacy school progressed and it got more stressful, I kind of got lazier with respect to fitness and nutrition. And so by the time I moved to San Antonio and started here, I was flappy and I was just like really out of shape. I was definitely nervous because on Facebook, the CrossFit videos are of these super buff people doing awesome things, and I knew I could get there, but I didn't want to walk into a gym full of people who were like way above my level. But that didn't end up being the case. It was people of all levels. Some of them were less fit than me. A lot of them were more fit than me, but it wasn't like I was walking into a situation where everybody was above and beyond me and I felt totally out of my league. It was really conducive to where I was. But I think that our gym is really great because we focus on taking our time during weightlifting, and that's a huge part of it, and not pushing past your limit. The other component of getting hurt, I don't think that would ever happen here because we're taught how to bail safely. We practice bailing safely, and our the technique is so good and we take so much time. So that's never been a concern for me personally or anybody here. But yeah, I've heard the horror stories, and I think that's just from being irresponsible with CrossFit, so which can happen with any sport. It's one of my favorite parts of my life for sure, because during my first rotation I was doing ambulatory care. So I was just working with people all day, and it was really, really hard. It was a big transition from going into the clinical realm from sitting in a classroom. And this was my outlet and where I came to be happy every day. Even if I did a really crappy job in clinic, I would come here and get a new 1 rep max. And so it's just part of my life that is always consistently a positive part of my life. It's the people for sure. And also the fitness too is a big thing. It's you're doing so much weightlifting and you're tracking your progress. So it's kind of addictive because you see yourself getting better and better. And then you want to continue going because you know that you can make those improvements and you want to continue to do that. And also it's a really great community. It makes me so happy to come in every time because everyone is so nice and welcoming, and I've gone through stretches where I couldn't come for a couple of months, and then when I come back, everybody's like, "Where have you been?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I miss everybody so much." So that's definitely a huge part too. So I think that it is something that is really easy to do for the long term because it is you track how you're doing, and it's easy to lift weights if you have good coaches who are teaching you the right way to do it. I don't think it's limiting at all time-wise. Definitely not something for the short term. I'm so much stronger than I used to be, and it is apparent in everything I do. My roommate, we have a manual lawnmower. She cannot pull start it, but I can. And just when I help friends move, I'm one of the boys, and so it's a really empowering feeling. It's kind of just really weird and it's really nerdy and whatever, but yeah, it makes me feel a lot stronger and a lot more powerful, and that's one of the best parts of having done this. Everyone's amazing, very accepting. It's really laid back. A lot of jokes. Yeah, I mean, I could talk all day about how awesome it is.